Tesla's $5.5 billion manufacturing site in Berlin is now open for the business of producing very expensive electric cars. Yahoo Finance senior auto correspondent Pras Subramanian has been all over this one for us. Pras, big day for Tesla. And the mood out there on the street seems to be this will help Tesla compete more effectively in Europe and really take the fight to a Volkswagen.
Yes, Oz, it's a long time coming with this plant. Years in the making, delayed recently because of permitting in Germany. It finally opened today. Elon Musk handing out those car keys to the Model Ys that are on offer there. But as you mentioned, it is critical from the build in Europe. If you think about it, it's just too expensive to build cars elsewhere, homogenize them for local markets. It just takes up too much time and expense. Huge cost advantages to building in a local environment. You get the materials there cheaper, labor's cheaper. It's just a lot easier. There's no shipping costs. But also, it's going to be a huge cost advantage from a point of view from the fact that Tesla's a first mover now in Europe. Currently, VW sells more EVs than Tesla does in Europe, believe it or not. But VW's big EV plant will not open until 2026. Currently, they got to use a bunch of their bigger other plants to sort of add the EV volume from piecemeal from Wolfsburg and other plants across the EU. So it's a huge day for Tesla. They're adding serious capacity here, and it's new territory for them, new territory in production as production comes into play in Europe.
Yeah, talk to us about the timing too and the process of opening this plant, right? Because it's not like a straight line from we're building a plant to bang, the plant is open.
Right. I mean, it's years in the making, and in places like Germany, it's the amount of permitting and also local and national that goes into play to actually get a massive plant built. And there's concerns about the factory using too much of the water supply in the area. So this is kind of a big deal. They actually got it all done. But Julie, you make a point that you can't really time these things, right? You mentioned the fact that we talk about the fact that there's a war going on nearby in Europe. You can't time that. You have to sort of go through their plans. And I'm writing about this today about how it's sort of part of the mass industrialization of the company, right? Elon tweeting earlier this week about his master plan part 3, how he wants to scale to extreme size. And this is part of it, is opening factories like Germany, because you can use those factories to sort of cast big parts that are cheaper to make. You can use the materials to make your own batteries there instead of shipping them elsewhere. So it's all part of this big plan. And I know, Sazi, you're also talking about too that it's not just about the cars. It's also about wrapping it all together with the Muskonomy, and it's building electric vehicles that can fly because you're leveraging the know-how from Tesla, right?
Yeah, the Muskonomy. I like that, Saz. I'm not sure that I had heard that
I can't
before.
take credit for it, Julie. That is from our friend of the show, Adam Jonas, Morgan Stanley. He created that one. Hat tip to him. Hat tip to him. Yep.
Pras, it's also interesting, by the way, when you talk about, now Tesla becoming this manufacturing powerhouse, it's a long way from tents in parking lots where it's making cars. It's kind of amazing. But I wanted to follow up on one point that you made, that this factory is now opening. No one could have predicted while there is an invasion going on, practically right on Germany's doorstep. And Musk himself has been very outspoken about Russia's invasion of Ukraine, going so far as to challenge Putin to one-on-one combat. But he's also offered his Starlink hookups in Ukraine. Do we know, is he making any comments while he's there about that situation as well?
I haven't heard anything yet from what he's doing in Germany, other than at the plant and handing the keys out to the new owners. So I'm not sure what he said about Ukraine yet, but he has been very provocative in that area, and like I said, challenging Putin to this fight. And I mean, it's just part and parcel of Musk is sort of wacky nature, right? He's gonna make a lot of money, and he's gonna basically make the EV industry. He's gonna actually make that a cash flow positive business. But then he's also going to challenge one of the biggest, dictators in the world to a fight. So we'll see what he says later today. I'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, I mean, it's precarious to sort of, bring a big part of your business to an area where right now it's in a massive flux.